Good morning to all. Today in this video, I am going to explain lesson 7, the making of a composite culture. Already we have learned the Bhakti movement, and in this video we will learn more about Sufi movement. Before starting this topic, we are going to revise the Bhakti movement. What was the reason for the emergence of Bhakti movement and Sufi movement? When we will discuss about a composite culture or Bhakti movement or Sufi movement, we have to know more about the medieval period in India. The speciality or what was the important features of the medieval period in India. In medieval period or the medieval period in India saw the mixing of Hindu and Muslim culture. That was the important feature of the medieval period. In this period, we saw the mixing of Hindu and Muslim cultures, and the result was the development of new religious idea. What was the result of the mixing of Hindu and Muslim cultures? The development of new religious ideas. And during this period, during medieval period, the social status and professions were completely based on their caste. What is that? During medieval period, the social status and their profession also completely based on their caste. Of course, all of you know that what was the situation or what was the problems faced on the lower caste people. The lower caste people, they were denied social privileges and not allowed to enter temples. And some people, they try to escape. Some people, they don't want to continue with their own religion and they choose Buddhism and Jainism. Some people, they try to escape from these social discriminations. They converted into Buddhism and Jainism. Why people choose Buddhism and Jainism? In Buddhism and Jainism, they preach social equality. They didn't give any importance for caste system. So on those days, the lower caste people, they were faced many or different problems because of their caste. That is why most of the people, they decided or they changed their religion and they joined to Buddhism and Jainism. At the same time, some religious thinkers, they revived the idea of Bhakti movement or Bhakti. And Bhakti, it is mentioned in ancient books, especially Bhagavad Gita and Puranas. And these social thinkers, they started the Bhakti movement, which laid stress on devotion and not on complex ritual worship of God. They give importance to a personal God only, either with form or without any form. And these people or these saints, those who started the Bhakti movement, these saints, these teachers teach in the local language only. Mainly on those days, the Brahmin teachers, they used only Sanskrit languages. The same time, the Bhakti saints, they used the local languages. That was very easy for the common people. That is why they had a large following among the common people. I hope that all of you understood till here. Now we are going to start with Bhakti movement, and this movement is began in South India in 7th century, and there was two divisions, Vaishnavas or Shaivas. Bhakti movement started in South India in 7th century in the Vishnu and Shiva temples of Tirupati and Kanchi. It was begun by Alva saints. Alva saints means the saints who were Vaishnavas, or they were the devotees of Lord Vishnu. And the Nayana saints. Nayana saints means who were devotees of Lord Vishnu. I hope that all of you understood the difference between Alvas and Nayanas. Alva saints, they were the devotees of Lord Vishnu, and Nayanas means they were the devotees of Lord Shiva. And both the saints, Alva saints and Nayanar saints, both the saints, they promote caste equality. There were no difference. And some of the teachers, some of the saints, they preached the importance of the equality of men and women. So these teachings reduce the social evils. And who were the supporters of these Bhakti movements, or Bhakti, or Alvas and Nayanas? The Chola, Chera and Pandya rulers of South India supported this Bhakti movement, and they give permission to building temples for the Bhakti gods. And many similarities as well as many differences also were there. Both the Alvas and Nayanas, they teach devotion to a personal God. And both the groups, they did not give any importance for elaborate religious rituals. And both the group, they promoted caste equality and equality between men and women. And the Alvas and Nayanas, they used Tamil language for composing devotional songs. And these people, they attacked Buddhism and Jainism, both of which had incorporated rigid rituals in their practices. So what was the similarities and differences? The Alvas and Nayanas, they teach or they preach devotion to a personal God. Both people, they did not give any importance for religious rituals. They promoted caste equality as well as equality between men and women. And both the people, both the saints, they teach or they used the Tamil language for composing devotional songs. Next we discussed about some names of the saints. We discussed about Shankaracharya. First we discussed about Shankaracharya. Then we discussed about Ramanuja, then Nathpandis, etc. etc. These people were from South India only. And some North Indian saints' name also we learned. Ramananda, Shankardeva, etc. etc. we learned. Up to here we have completed already. Now today we are going to start with another topic, the Sufi movement. Already I told you that in Hinduism a group of people, they started Bhakti movement. The same way some Muslim began to be influenced by Hindu, Greek and Buddhist religious ideas, and this gave the rise of Sufi movement. The Muslim people also, they got the idea from the Hindus and the Greek and Buddhist people, and they also gave rise to the Sufi movement. Sufi philosophy, it was based on Islamic culture, and it included new ideas and religious practices like penance. Now we are going to discuss about the word Sufi. The Sufi word is derived from Suf. Sufi, this word is derived from Suf. What is the meaning of Suf? It means wool. What is that? Wool. The Sufis were so called because they wore coarse garments made of wool. They wore a special type of clothes that is made up of wool. And what is the specialty of these people, Sufi people? They led a simple life, and it was when we will discuss about Jainism and Buddhism, these people, Jainism and Buddhist monks, they lived in monasteries, no? So like that, these Sufi saints also lived in Kangas. Okay, and people from all walks of life gathered in Kangas. The Sufis spread their message through devotional singing, discussions, and mentoring of disciples. And next is the important feature of the Sufi teachers or Sufi religion, Sufi movement. What was that? They give lot of importance to the relation between the religious teacher. After the Turkish invasion, many Sufi teachers came to India. We already discussed about the Turkish invasion. No need to explain more about Turkish invasion. At the time of or after the Turkish invasion, many Sufi teachers, they came to India. And what was the main teachings of Sufi people or Sufi saints? The Sufis preached devotion to God and brotherhood among men. The important thing is, Sufi saints or Sufi people, they believed in one God only. And they accepted that there could be many ways of reaching God and were therefore tolerant of other religions. And they mixed freely with people and preached in the local language. In Bhakti movement also we learned that the Bhakti saints, they teach the people in local languages, same as here also the Sufi saints, they also teach in the local languages. Next we are going to see that the similarities in ideas between Bhakti and Sufi movement. What was the similarities of Sufism and the Bhakti movement? The Bhakti and Sufi movement gave importance to the need for a saint or a teacher to guide their followers. Both the people, both the group, Bhakti movement and Sufi movement, both the group, they give or they need a teacher, the help of a teacher to guide their followers. That is the first similarity. And next one is, the Bhakti saints preached devotion to a personal God. Sufi saints also believed in one God. Bhakti saints and Sufi teachers, Sufi saints also believed in one God. The saints of both the movement preached in local languages. Second point is, Bhakti saints preached in devotion to a personal God and Sufi saints believed in one God. And this both group of people or both the teachers, they teach in local languages. And next important feature is, these both saints, both groups, they spread their messages through devotional singing. And both of the people, they believed in equality and they welcomed or received all sections of the people in their fold. And both the people, they didn't give or they did not believe in complex rituals. These are the important similarities of Bhakti movement and Sufi movement. Both the Bhakti and Sufi movements gave importance to the need of for the saint or a teacher, and both the people, they believed in mystical union with God. And Bhakti people, Bhakti teachers, Bhakti saints, devotion or they preach devotion to a personal God. And the Sufi saints also believed in one God. And both the group of people, they did not believe in complex rituals. Okay, it's enough for today. And till here, all of you read again and again. If you have any doubt, you can ask through the comments. Thank you.